What's going on? It's Justeeni here. We've got the IMO World Championship Finals. This will determine who is going to the face-off with IMO. And in the west corner here, we've got the one who made it to face-off last time, Yeti Peaks, hoping to do it again this year, versus the challenger, Willabomb. Both of these players worked very hard to get into the grand finals of this. Lots of elimination rounds, although Yeti Peaks had the advantage of making it to face off last year. But in any case, it's all down to this one best of 3 set. We got shared fog on this time so you guys can see both points of view. And let's just get right into things. So right away with spawns, Willabomb has a very, very strong spawn here. Tons of animals. Yeti Peaks not so fortunate with the mountains in the way, but he does have the lighthouse, which he takes advantage of. Both sides going for sort of lighthouse opening. But we'll see if the extra animals that Willabomb has does truly make a difference here. Now we see Forestry from Willabomb going very aggressive with the chops. This has been a very popular strategy for IMO in this World Championship. And we see chopping with Yeti Peaks as well again. The pro players have been loving to chop their force. This more aggressive approach with IMO. Because if you don't chop, then you can potentially just get run over. Now we see climbing from Willabomb, snagging the ruin and grabbing some vision. Willabomb not getting the meeting stars, and you can kind of see this Mindbender is exactly where he wants it. Goes for some riders, sets the trap up, and Yeti Peaks falls right into it. Very unfortunate, Yeti Peaks having to just resort to warrior spam with the mountains in the way. He can't really get riders. And Willabomb looking to get a giant very, very soon. Yeti Peaks, on the other hand, having to rely on mining, and there's no clear giant in sight. Star Ruin 2. It's looking very, very bad for Yeti Peaks if you're rooting for him. But if you're a Willabomb fan, this is great news for you. Now, even more riders. Giant on turn 7. Yeti Peaks, on the other hand, again, where is your giant? It's just not there. Now, currently city count's equal, and it's going to stay equal for a bit. Willabom's getting his 3rd city. Yeti Peaks about to respond with his own 3rd city, but you can see a big difference in the economy, the units. Willabomb with this beautiful heal station with the Mindbender and the giant and the vet sword that he got from Ruin, because why not? Whereas Yeti Peaks has just been spamming warriors, just hoping to survive. He has been able to deny this village, but that's kind of it. And his warriors have been kind of getting picked off a little bit, not really able to sufficiently pressure, and this Mindbender heal station, really nice push there also to just get some extra chip damage, really optimizing everything here as he wants to do in these championship games. Now we see Rhodes, again, very, very aggressive, taking advantage of this initiative that you have. You have the super units, you have the economy, you kind of have it all. You don't want to give chance for Yeti Peaks to get back in the game, because anything can happen in these IMO mirrors. But Yeti Peaks, well, he does have Smithery now, which could really help in this situation. It is just too little too late now. Willabomb stealing another ruin, getting his giant on this village. And this is just too much at this point. Yeti Peaks resigns, and that means Willabomb has 1 point. Yeti Peaks has to make the reverse sweep if he wants to get the win. And we'll see if it can happen. So I'll go ahead and cut to the next match. All right, game 2. This time, not so much of a spawn difference. Yeti Peaks in the west. And Willabomb in the south this time. Yeti Peaks does have that host advantage. We'll see how that pans out. Yeti Peaks is in a must-win situation. And he opts to go for a very aggressive expansion, sending his Mindbender straight in the middle, while Willabomb goes for a more economic approach, taking advantage of that close lighthouse to go for a quick upgrade. And we'll see if this contrast in playstyles here matters. Now, Yeti Peaks continue to expand. Plenty of animals. Not enough in his 3rd city, though. But he does go for this Explorer, just to get more vision, see what's going on. Not able to find Willabomb, but he does find the lighthouse there in the east. Now we see climbing from Willabomb, not only to reveal Yeti Peaks, but also he's going to get some more text recap. And he does potentially need mining, because this 3rd city is just very tragic. Forced to go mining, even though it's usually something you actually don't care for as IMO. Now, lots of upgrades, though, and taking advantage of that mispositioned warrior by Yeti Peaks. Getting a nice hit there. Now Yeti Peaks going for fishing, grabbing the Explorer, hoping potentially to get that southern lighthouse, but instead gets the western one, but in any case, a lighthouse is a lighthouse, and he is going to be able to upgrade his cap for nice and cheap, saving 2 stars there and potentially getting an earlier giant if he has the opportunity to. Now another warrior getting taken out. Now archery from Willowbomb, keeping this warrior nice and safe, which is going to put a lot of pressure on Yeti Peak, so he has to respond with archery himself to really hold down the line here. A little bit costly, but it will hold things together. However, Willowbomb gets the veteran warrior, and it's going to be very, very problematic. However, because Yeti Peaks did get archery, he's going to be able to just barely hold on. If he had not done that, it would have been a very, very rough time. Willowbomb really pressuring with the archery, now going Rider Roads pre-cap to hopefully expand more aggressively towards the east because he's a little bit boxed in. Yeti Peaks, on the other hand, getting this nice port here. This port, very nice actually. You can see it has a lot of reach. So see that potentially get a lot of value. Willowbomb, on the other hand, grabbing this explorer so he can see what's going on. He knows that he's going to need to attack in this eastern area if he wants a chance at winning, and that's why he went for Rhodes. We'll see if things work out for him. Now we see Workshop from Yeti Peaks, just trying to get that economy going and more units. This is a good, safe way to play this. Just get your units going now. Population Ruin. Very huge here. These ruins, I mean, just the first one already providing very good value. Also denying the village from Willowbomb, which will prove to be very important. Willowbomb's very close to Grand Bazaar, but just currently doesn't have it now with the first giant from Yeti Peaks thanks to that population ruin. Willowbomb now getting mining after a long while. And going for the explorer, trying to grab the lighthouse, make his giant a little cheaper, get some extra vision. And some more pressure here, taking out the archer. Now, another hit. Kill there, and siege. Siege, not amazing though. Doesn't deny that much. And now, taking out this rider. Got this nice Mindbender heal station by Yeti Peaks. Now, Willowbomb getting another explorer. This is going to be very nice, just again, discounting that giant. Instead of needing a whole road connection, you just need a single fruit now. That's going to allow Willowbomb to spam a lot more units here, which is what he really needs to do. He needs to get some good pressure in the east. He just needs one more city, and he has a good chance of winning this. Yeti Peaks, on the other hand, just needs to hang on to what he's got, because he's going to be able to get more cities in the long term. He's got access to a nice amount of cities. His economy is looking great. He's got riders, he's got archers, he's got a nice defense. We see a veteran archer there from Willowbomb. Yeti Peaks is able to just respond by simply killing it with the warrior. Some nice pew-pews over there. More pew-pews with the archers. Veteran archer right back from Yeti Peaks and a Mindbender setting up another heal station in case you just try to poke away at these archers. They will get healed. Now more riders, more archers, more units from both sides. Just trying to build up because this is a situation where some attacks and defenses need to happen. Now, Explorer grabbing that North Lighthouse. No Eye of God though, because its Southern Lighthouse has still not been claimed by Yeti Peaks. Now some more upgrades using those roads, so getting that Northern Lighthouse is pretty nice. All in all, now we see Chivalry from Willowbomb grabbing that Knight and really hoping to take advantage of all these archers, Mindbenders. You know, everything's going to be clumped close together because you want to set up these seal stations, and we see everything clumped together here. Looks a little vulnerable, but now Yeti Peaks getting the Explorer. And he must have not seen the Knight earlier because now he does see it. Realizing he just clumped all of his units, now moving the Rider away. Getting that Eye of God because he did finally get that last lighthouse. But he needs to now make sure he doesn't put the rest of his units in a chain. Another giant from Yeti Peaks. Gate of Power down. Now Organization getting another little bit of upgrading. Just 2 more population, Fruit in the Port will do. But now Willowbomb getting that giant push, which seems very nice here. However, it's a little costly even disbanding the giant just to get this chain. But it's not actually going to matter. So Willowbomb just resigns on the spot. Unfortunately, he's just not going to be able to win control over the east. Maybe it would have been possible, but certainly not after this point. This chain is just not worth it. So Yeti Peaks able to get the win. Now things are tied 1-1. Whoever wins the next game wins the whole thing. So I'll go ahead and cut to that. All right, final game. once again, pretty fair looking spawns. We've got Willabomb in the west, Yeti Peaks in the east. We'll see how things go. So, pretty normal stuff so far. Willabomb, not a great second city. He'd love to have some animals or some fruit in his capital. Yeti Peaks, on the other hand, lots of animals, but also a lot of water, which isn't too desirable. And also Yeti Peaks missing his third city, whereas Willabomb gets his just fine. So we see a bit of a superior expansion, whereas Yeti Peaks has gotten some better resources. We see Explore from Imo, or Explore from Imo, what am I saying? Explore from Willabomb, revealing Yeti Peaks. Now Explore right back from Yeti Peaks, kind of able to luckily travel down this middle land bridge here, just barely sneaking through. Both sides able to meet each other very early, both spamming some warriors, and Willabomb going for organization just to upgrade that third city. Whereas Yeti Peaks is heading for his lighthouse. Finds a ruin there, goes fishing because he does have that nice port spot in his capital. He can get some connections. Now we see climbing, goes for another explorer. Yeah, explorers in both cities so far. Just trying to reveal as much as he can. He's only gotten one lighthouse though, surprisingly, with 2 explorers. Now we see farming rune, which is completely useless. Now we see forestry. Forestry on the other end, not so useless, but are we going to see some crazy chops? Looks like no, not some crazy chops this time. Maybe saving up for potential market or just sawmill spots in general. Now another explorer getting this northern lighthouse, not able to get this eastern one. That's kind of eluding him right now. Yeti Peaks is going to step on this seemingly safe village, make some warriors to support just in case, and we do see Rose from Willabomb opting to play very aggressive, now going for some chops, taking the city from Yeti Peaks, but now we see Sailing poking away at this warrior. We'll see if Yeti Peaks can reclaim it. Now Willabomb going for a lot of captures. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities, so if he can hold on to everything, he is going to get Grand Bazaar, but is he going to be able to hold on to the city? You see an Explorer from Willabomb, but unfortunately just runs into a bunch of mounds and kind of does nothing. Now we see another Explorer, which goes the wrong way, also running into a mountain. Not ideal. Now the warrior sieging. We see a rider there, but the other rider dies and there's no way to unsiege. Now, do some road connections here. Another Explorer, but bumps into a mountain again. You can really see the catastrophe of failing to get climbing before your explorers. It's a very important thing to keep in mind with IMO. Get climbing or fishing at least before those explorers, or else this will happen. 3 dud explorers and a strategy ruin, and Willabomb just calls it here. He just has too slow of a start. Yeti Peaks is going to be able to out-expand in the water. You know, lots of lakes here, not a lot of land access, so your rider roads are feeling a little silly. And that is going to be the whole set. Yeti Peaks once again being the world champion of 2026, making it to face off again. We'll see if he makes it the whole way, all the way to Sweden this time. It might be a little easier this time. I am rooting for him, but we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.